always told me that if you're going to do something, make sure that you do it right and you do it well. And this public-private partnership legislation is exactly the tool that this governor needs to make sure that we do the Tappan Zee project right and that we do it well. I believe it was 5 decades ago, maybe a little bit more, when it was announced that the George Washington Bridge would be transit ready. We all know how that went. This project is too big to get wrong, and we've got to make sure that we invest the proper innovative funding techniques now to get this project right. We're talking about 45 to 50,000 jobs. These are good-paying jobs that are going to allow a lot of union workers to send their kids to college, to pay the mortgage payment, and to live the American dream. This is jobs project number one, not only for the Hudson Valley, but for New York State. And the public-private partnership will allow us to do this project, the Tappan Zee project, among others, the Tappan Zee project, properly when we're considering the transit portion of this bridge. You're talking about being short of billions of dollars. And instead of relying upon debt financing, which is not an option in many instances for obvious reasons at both the federal and the state level, this is going to allow New York State and this governor to tap into a large reservoir, being the capital of capital, which is New York State. And Ross will talk about it a little bit more. I hope you won't put you on the spot. The fact that our own pensions cannot invest in New York State infrastructure. Not only those, but college endowments and other New York State institutions don't have that opportunity to invest in the New York State infrastructure that's created New York State jobs. So we have the experts here who have done it again and again and are doing it in other states. Over 30 states, I believe it's 35 states throughout the country, use this P3 legislation to fund large infrastructure projects. And let it be said that this goes well beyond the Tappan Zee Bridge. This will allow us to really embrace the problem of crumbling infrastructure throughout New York, and put people to work for generations and build infrastructure that will last for generations, as opposed to some of the work that we've seen previously. So without further ado, Ross, if you don't mind saying a few words.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity to participate today. This is a vital program for the economy of New York State, the infrastructure of New York State, the people of New York State. Private-public partnerships are a great opportunity that we in New York State don't have an opportunity to participate in. As the Senator had mentioned, we in the trades today invest money in private-public partnerships, but unfortunately, none of that money is able to be used in New York State for projects here. It goes out of state, sometimes out of the nation as well. But we want to now be able to use these investments that are made with pension funds here in New York State to be used for projects that benefit the people of New York State, benefit the workers of New York State, and benefit the infrastructure of New York State. Whether it's a Tappan Zee Bridge infrastructure project, a wastewater treatment plant, or any other type of public improvement that helps promote the economy of New York State. We want the opportunity to be able not only to work on the projects, but to invest in them as well. They're a smart way of progressing the needs of this state of New York. They generate funds for the projects, and they are also a way of pension funds being able to invest in the social environment for improving the state, improving the economy, creating opportunities for businesses then to come in and grow and prosper in the state as well. So we're thrilled to be able to participate with the Senator in this program, and we're certainly going to be looking very closely at his legislation, and I'm sure we'll be supporting it as the time goes forward. Thank you.
I think this is a unique opportunity for New York to tap into a process that more and more states are using now. As referenced a few minutes ago, the 35 states that are already using public-private partnerships, it's a way of capturing the skills, the resources, the techniques, and the financing from the private sector. We're here simply to help Senator Ball and the rest of the New York State folks work on how do you craft the best possible legislation to meet the best interests of the public and the public sector. And that's why we're here, and we want to be of all the help we can. So
Thank you. Please.
Thank you. In Virginia, we were one of the first states that passed a very broad legislation legislation in 1995, so we have a great deal of experience. And we have a number of projects that we have completed and that are going on now. Again, I'm like Rick Norman. I'm here to be helpful, tell you what we found out, share any experience, and make sure that the legislation also is crafted the way the senator expects it to be, and so we can get it through the legislature.
Thanks, Senator. I just want to say that I'm honored to be involved in this roundtable, and as a New Yorker, I am confident, having worked on a number of these projects in other states and seen the benefits that they've delivered for those states, that New York, with the right legislation, can assume the leadership in this space that it deserves and the people of New York deserve.
Okay, and we're going to have a roundtable, so there'll be plenty of time for questions, but if there are any pressing questions, please ask.
Yeah, I just want to know, is this legislation going to be taken up in a special session, and what are its prospects?
You know, we all know that hopefully there will be a special session after the election. Imagine politicians having a special session to deal with tough issues after the election, right? So let's smile about that. And you know, there may be a comprehensive package. I would certainly love to see public-private partnership legislation being part of any comprehensive package. We saw that with the initial phases on the tax incremental financing as part of a larger package. So I would like to see that. This is time sensitive. We are hemorrhaging jobs. We're doing better than maybe previous legislative bodies, but there's a lot of work to do.